all the previous owners' paper settings were in here, and I didn't want any of them. I really wanted to replicate exactly the paper catalog that I have on the 3070 because that's the paper I use here. So let me show you what I did. This is an awesome feature. No, I don't want updates. To do that, all I need to do is open up my 3070. So you can see I have both rips here on the side. So if you go to the 3070 and then over here, you open up your paper catalog, and in there is going to be listed, I don't know, maybe 30 or so different papers that I use. So here's all the papers that I have inserted into my paper catalog. All you have to do is export it, export all, save it somewhere on your computer, and close that down. And then I'm going to select the IC415 over here, which is the 1070. You come over here to your paper catalog again here. What I did, what you can't see, is I deleted everything that was in there, and then I imported, or you could do actually, yeah, replace existing or merge. And then I imported the file that I saved, and it automatically populates all that information. That's so cool, because then over here, all I have to do is, I mean, this is just like the 10 or the 3070 now. Boy, I'm gonna get them all confused, because you can just recall and my entire paper catalog is in there. Done. Let me tell you how awesome it is to be able to manage two machines from one monitor here. I'm getting a headache because I'm not used to it yet, and you know, it's a lot to try and separate in your mind, to, you know, run this job here, run this job there, assign papers correctly and everything. But I'm very confident that before too long it'll become second nature. But it's really cool to be able to be controlling the output of two presses at one spot. You know, I can easily, you know, I think what I'm basically going to be doing is a lot of, you know, a certain type of paper. Probably my 60-pound uncoated that I print a lot of is going to be automatically loaded over here. So in my mind, if I want to print something there, it's going to go there. If I want to do stuff that's heavier than 300 GSM, covers, stuff like that, well, banners and stuff like that I'm going to be doing over here, I'll be doing it here. So I mean, it's kind of fun. I'm going to try and develop a good workflow here as I learn to manage both machines, but it'll be fun and productive, very productive. So far so good. This old girl has quite an appetite. I got 2 cases of paper through her, and I got about 3 more titles to go. So I'm just gonna keep throwing it at her. So I'm getting an uneven density on the 1200. It's not bad on this side, but you can see a little bit of white mottling, and then across here it gets more dense on this side of the sheet. Now the developer's getting old on here, but it's still not that old. So I want to open it up and see if there's any toner dust on the laser on the back side, and maybe this will get a little more dense so we can squeeze a little bit more life out of this developer. There's certainly some toner on there. I don't know if that was the problem or not. I know it doesn't take much at all on here to yeah, it's pretty dirty. Well, see if that helped. That's better. I mean, it's still not perfect, but it might clean up the more I run it. But you know, this is certainly a little more washed out than over here now, so that seemed to help. Okay, two things that I want to change right away on this 1070 are the auto restart after you load paper in it. I'm an impatient millennial. I like to load the paper up, push it in, and walk away and have it automatically restart. The second thing is displaying the consumable percentage here. So currently it only shows my filters, but I want it to list, you know, the developer, the drums, and what have you, so I can keep a closer tabs on that. And both of those are dip switch settings, so you just go into the service mode and system, dip switch, the auto restart, you need to do 11.3 and move that to 1. And then the detail counter is 15.2. You need to change that to 0. And you just back on out of here. And then all your consumables will show up there. You can keep watch on them. And now it'll automatically restart when I load up the paper. Okay, just to test it, it has run out of paper. Let's put some more in here. And she should start right back up once it raises up. Perfect. So the developers were last changed in 2015, 5 years ago. So I'm pretty sure the original developer is in this press. And it has 1.3 million clicks on it. So I think you're supposed to get about 1.2 out of the developer nowadays. But I don't know, if it's anything like the C6500, I might be able to get double that, but I have no idea. Time will tell. It'll be kind of fun to see what happens. You know, I've always wondered, this little drawing here says no copying, like stamps and currency. I mean, I get that. I always just wondered what would happen if you do. Got my first shipment of toner. Oh boy, I don't know that I caught all that on video, but been running the 1070 a lot this week. The week's not over yet, but I'm just gonna call it quits on this video. And yeah, this thing's a beast. I like it. It's running non-stop. It threw one error code and I just rebooted it and it was fine. I'm happy. It ran flawless. It looks great. I'm gonna run it and run it and run it, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. That's a stack of paper, right? That's a stack bigger than Sadie. Hot dog.